Good morning, everyone. My name is Kamren the Person, and you may be wondering, where the hell have the reactions been? Well, I did explain one of them on the community tab a couple weeks ago, but to give you up to speed, I wasn't able to record Killua versus Mikasa because I had work interference and all that, and one day I was just kind of bored and just watched it. So, yeah. And as for Stitch versus Rocket, I did do a recording of it, but the problem is, my mic settings weren't right, so if I were to show you the video of it now, it would just be coming off of the actual built-in microphone inside my computer and not the one that I'm currently using right now. So that's why it hasn't been done. But today is much different because I actually finally have it all set up and nice and neat. And today we're going to be watching Darth Vader versus Obito. I have a lot of mixed feelings regarding this matchup because on one hand, Darth Vader really needed a revamp on the research and just modern day death battle. What's the word? What's the word? It needed the modern death battle treatment, right? But on the other hand, I don't know anything about Naruto, and most of my Naruto knowledge comes from Death Battle and Ultimate Storm, I think the game series was, because my brother has it. But anyhow, also, this is kind of like the dark side version of Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Kakashi from a few seasons ago, so I'm a bit mixed on it, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the quality, we're here to talk about the, fight animation and all that, and more importantly, we're here to watch the next time, because I've heard a lot of really good things about the next time from one of the people who's doing it, so I'm really excited on that. But with that being said, let's not delay it any further. Let's get into the reactions.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Brandon Yates.
Oh, we got another Brandon Yates self-sponsor. Nice, nice. We like hearing the good old self-promotion here.
Darth Vader,
yeah, let's get that
Dark
revamp.
Lord of the Sith.
Obito Uchiha, secret leader of the Akatsuki.
Prime examples of how you could die a hero or live long enough to become
Hey,
a
it's a
villain.
light
He wears
Yagami!
my boomstick.
And
I really
it's
hope
our
they
job
do
to analyze their
Light Yagami
weapons,
versus
armor, and
Columbo
skills
or
to find out
Walter
who
White
would
at
win
some point.
a death battle.
Alright, ooh, animation preview looks really sick.
A long time ago,
In a galaxy far, far away,
the Iron Fist of the Galactic Empire ruled everything.
All thanks to the super powerful super murderer,
Darth Vader.
But beneath his spooky mask lay the husk of former nice guy, Anakin Skywalker.
The
As a
very
child among the
first
harsh
nice
wastes of
guy.
Tatooine, Anakin longed
Yes,
to one
the
day
very
free
first.
his fellow slaves as a heroic Jedi.
Lucky for him, he met Qui-Gon Jinn, a Jedi who believed little Annie was the chosen one and would bring balance to the Force.
Good old Liam
No
Neeson.
pressure, right? So he took him
By
under
far,
his wing to become the papa
my
he
favorite
never
Jedi.
had. Or so was the plan. Until... Yeah.
Instead, Qui-Gon's
died.
apprentice became Anakin's mentor.
You know, funny
but
enough,
while Anakin sought a
I've
father figure,
never watched the sequel
Obi-Wan
trilogy.
saw him as more of a brother.
Okay,
I'm
that's
sure
a lie.
that
I've watched
won't
The
cause
Force
any
Awakens when it came out in
awkward
theaters,
tension
but
whatsoever.
Drama and
after that,
trauma
I didn't pay
aside,
attention to anything
Anakin quickly
after that
became a
because it was
powerful
just so
Jedi.
boring.
He excelled in lightsaber combat and the Force, an
Ooh,
energy field
Force.
that binds all living
Power
things together.
The
stuff.
Force lets Jedi move stuff with their mind, fend off mental attacks,
Ooh,
predict the
mind
future, and make people
powers.
believe these aren't the droids they're looking for. They're basically space wizards.
Through rigorous training and a not unnoticeable natural talent,
Oh, looks like we
Anakin
got
was
some,
particularly
comic book
skilled in the
editing for this
Form
one,
5 lightsaber fighting
which
styles,
are always
Jian
top
and
tier.
Jian-So.
Also
yeah,
known as the Way of the
Yeah,
Great
Clone
Dragon.
Wars.
You know that big sand dragon Mando blew up from the inside? Yeah, make that a lightsaber.
Form
the fuck
5
did I
is
miss from
incredibly
Mando?
versatile.
I've only
Well-suited
watched
for
season
defending
1 of The
against lightsaber
Mandalorian,
and
and I
blaster
haven't watched
light.
any of the
It
other
focuses on
seasons.
blending parries with
Are they
devastating
good?
counterattacks,
I
aiming to
wanna
win
watch them.
duels through overwhelming pressure.
Perfect for the Padawan who just bulldozed his way through training to become a Jedi Knight.
Even as a newly
I don't know what
knighted
it is,
Jedi,
but the old,
Anakin could keep up with some of the most experienced
that
Jedi
animation
masters and
particularly, I
Sith
know
lords
it's
of
the
his time.
guy,
But he
the guy
had
who made
plenty
it
of
was
other
by
problems to
Samurai
deal with,
Jack
like
guy.
his late blooming rebellious
Um,
teenage angst. I mean,
has a
you
lot
don't
of
just
Avatar
throw a
vibes,
kid
looks
into
like.
space monk school and expect him to forget everyone he ever cared about, right? Well, apparently that's
Yeah.
what he was supposed to do.
The life of a
No.
Jedi can be difficult and cold. something Anakin could not accept.
Getting
and so,
nothing,
rather than let his
like,
secret wife
see,
die in childbirth, he was seduced to the dark
if
side.
that is something that
and so
is out
his
of the Jedi Order,
streak
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to pass on
Obi-Wan
that.
gave him a glorious lava bath.
Oh yeah, he got burnt by the high ground.
Refreshing.
But thanks to his new Sith Master Palpatine, our young warrior was saved, reborn, rebuilt.
And became one of
He
the
was now
badass voices
Darth
of the early
Vader.
generations.
Vader is a badass.
Yep.
Everyone knows it, and they're terrified of him. I mean, just look at the guy.
I know that
As
one.
impressive
That's
as his
the only
armor
Star Wars
appears,
one
you
I know.
might be surprised by its quirks.
Oh
See,
my
while the Jedi view the
fucking-
Force as an ally, the
They
Sith
use
see it as
that-
a tool from which they draw
they
power
use
through
that
passion and
animated
emotion,
clip. Oh,
most
God.
potently, negative emotions. Palpatine trained Vader by not only making him believe he killed his wife, but also ensuring he would never forget the monstrous machine he had become.
By making the suit
The
suck ass
biggest
and piss him off.
self-hate
Seriously,
in Star
Vader
Wars
hates the
history.
suit.
The armor would beep at random times just to annoy him, and the life support system was outdated from the start. Sometimes it would even
Seriously?
turn off for several minutes.
That
Man,
doesn't
he got
seem good
done
for someone
dirty.
with burnt up lungs.
And it was so heavy and clunky that he could
Oh
barely
my
walk, sometimes even resorting to moving himself with the Force.
Oh man, I knew Palpatine
freeze
was
and
evil, but I never
burn!
knew he was such a
Oh
dick.
my god.
Well, despite these issues, the
Alright,
armor
I'm already
fulfilled
kinda
its
liking
true
this
purpose,
already.
crafting Darth Vader into the equivalent of a slasher movie villain commanding a galactic army.
Nobody
that's
wants
kinda
to mess with
terrifying.
him. Thanks to the dark side of the
Oh, yeah,
Force,
that's
he
the
can make maelstroms that
Obi-Wan show,
blast
I think.
everything away, form barriers that shield from all
not
sorts
heard
of
a lot good
attacks,
from it.
and choke anything that's even a minor inconvenience.
Like
Hell,
Star
sometimes
Wars,
he's
yeah.
straight to crushing your lungs.
One time, a droid named I-5 tried to kill Vader with a laser state that
I-5?
moved 300,000 kilometers
Really?
per second. That's light speed, and Vader easily blocked
Hi,
it.
I'm Darth
And
Vader.
for as much bullshit as Palpatine threw at him, Vader was tough enough and stubborn enough to push through it.
Palpatine knew that Vader would eventually try to kill him and take over the Empire. It's how the Sith work.
Eventually.
So he constantly fanned Vader's hatred by sending assassins after him to make sure he was still worthy of being his apprentice.
Oh, that's nothing. One time, he blasted off most of Vader's robo limbs, destroyed his armor, dropped him back on the lava planet, and told him to make his way back without the Force.
An impossible
Yikes.
task, yet one Vader accomplished.
He
Yeah,
did
because
it.
he really, really, really wants to kill Palpatine.
And that hatred is apparently useful in
Man.
keeping Force wielders alive, and has sustained many Sith in conditions that would otherwise kill them.
I'm
Really?
sorry, Liam Neeson.
Yep,
Should have
Liam Neeson.
hated a little more.
Vader has killed hundreds,
When are they gonna
possibly
give the
thousands of
Soul
Jedi,
Calibur footage?
including Obi-Wan himself.
No,
He's fought entire armies
Obi-Wan!
on his own, and even taken on monsters the size of mountains.
He's so unstoppable, an assassin droid hired to kill him quit the job because he calculated that Vader
He
was
cannot be-
impossible
Yep.
to kill.
He
And
cannot
in Ewoks
be
material from the old Legends canon, a real deep cut,
What?
we know. Lesser dark side
What?
users like the Night Sister Shiral overpowered the Sunstar, an ancient artifact
What
capable
the
of shifting
fuck is
moons.
this?
A feat which would require energy worth over 12 septillion tons of TNT.
That's 24
They
zeros.
just pulled an
But if
old
you want
Ewok
something
show
more recent,
out of their
here's a planet
ass.
blowing up while Vader was on it, and he's fine.
But thanks to both his incredible power and the mercy and trust of his secret son, Vader would eventually avenge the atrocities of Palpatine.
Yep.
Even more important, he finally saved someone he loved.
His
Ultimately,
own
Anakin
son.
Skywalker truly did
Hey,
bring balance to the
Anakin.
Force.
Alright, now for the anime shit I don't know.
The leader of the Hidden Leaf Village and their strongest ninja, respected and loved by all.
I know Naruto's
Though
like a
few have
really
attained this
beloved
title,
franchise and
many
all that,
have
but I just
strived
can't
for
get
it.
into it
One
for the
such
life of
striver,
me.
sadly
I've-
lacking in parents, wanted to
I've
go and
never
help
gotten
people
into it.
and be acknowledged by the rest of the
Now,
village.
I will say
And
I
what
was
better
very
way to
happy
do
to
that
see
than having your
Sasuke
face
fucking
carved into
die
a
on the
mountain?
show.
If you think of talking about
Oh, hey, it's the
Naruto,
swing set.
guess again. This is the story of Obito Uchiha.
Yeah, we're not talking
Obito
about Naruto.
unfortunately lacked
Obito.
the natural talent for ninja arts attributed to his Uchiha bloodline.
So he signed up for ninja school and eventually joined a team with his rival Kakashi, his crush Rin, and their leader Minato.
Yep, that's
Where do you think I
Naruto's
could
dad,
get
I
into a
think.
ninja school like that?
Not one that teaches you to harness this form of chakra, a limited form of physical and spiritual energy that
many
exists
times have they
inside
gone
all
over
human
this
beings and
particular
naturally
form of
can be
ninjutsu over
weaponized.
the
He
years?
can
I'd
use it
imagine
to
it's
run
gotten
up walls
pretty
and make
annoying to
clones
talk
of
about by now,
himself, but
especially when
even
you
better,
talk
blow
about it
shit
so
up.
much.
This is ninjutsu. Among its many techniques include elemental attacks, and the Uchiha specialize in all things fire.
Big
Yep.
fireballs, small fireballs, waves of
Genjutsu,
fire, columns of
genjutsus.
fire. You name
So many
it, they've
fucking
got it.
jutsus
So
with their
when
hand
Ninja World
motions,
War
I can't
III
even,
came
like,
along, it totally made
blah.
sense to get this fire ninja involved at the age of 11. Yikes! Well, lucky
11?
for Obito, he had one more secret weapon up his sleeve. Eye socket. The Sharingan!
Yep.
The
Sharingan
grants extremely
Ooh,
precise
the
vision,
eye.
allowing someone to see the flow of chakra,
The
predict
eye
enemies' attacks,
chakra.
cast a variety of genjutsu illusions, and even break out of said illusions.
Too bad he didn't get to use the red eyes much. Like 10 minutes after he got the damn things, he got smushed under a big rock. What a way to go!
Yep.
But since he wasn't expecting to use his super eyes anymore, he handed one off to Kakashi.
Oh, so that's how he got
And then he
him,
died.
alright.
The end! Just
Psych!
kidding!
Miraculously, Obito survived long enough to
Psychic!
be rescued by another Uchiha.
Yep, that's
the
Madara.
legendary Madara. Madara granted Obito a new body, regenerating the limbs he'd lost.
You're probably thinking, oh, what a swell guy.
Yeah, what a nice
Except
guy.
he was not. Madara was
No.
brewing some plans for world domination and needed a pawn to carry them out. So he tricked Obito into watching Kakashi kill Reed,
Oh,
making him fall
okay,
victim
so
to the
that's how
Uchiha's
they're
curse of
connected.
hatred.
I was,
Within the Uchiha
I
clan,
was
there
always
exists an ideal
confused
of
on how the
being
hell they're
extremely
connected. That
devoted
makes a
to
lot more
love.
sense
It
now.
has been speculated that if a particularly powerful Uchiha loses someone important to them, that love will be replaced with an all-consuming hatred. This is how Obito awakened his
Yep.
Mangekyo Sharingan.
And
Or
his
Red Eye
self-hatred.
2.0. The Mangekyo gave him a new jutsu called
Also,
Kamui. With
this
it,
is
he
the thing
can
I've
suck
been
his
meaning to ask,
foes
was
into
Obito,
another
like,
dimension
really
and leave them there to
goofy for, like,
die.
the first
He can even hide
few
weapons
parts
in
of
there
Naruto
until
when
he
he was
needs
in
them,
it?
like his gun by fan.
There's like a
But
super
even better,
animation
he can
from
phase
Naruto
through
Ninja
stuff.
Storm.
Well, not
yeah,
quite.
that
Kamui
one, that
gives
one,
Obito the power to
where,
move through objects in a manner
he
that's
just has this
similar
whole
to the
wacky
common phasing
cartoonish
superpower
thing, and like an
from the
actual
Flash
thing
or
he
Team
does.
Pride. In reality, it's much more
Yeah,
I'm not
complex,
even noticing
as
this
Obito
gets-
is actually teleporting parts of his body into the Kamui dimension whenever they overlap with other matter. See, there's his body parts right there.
Well, if it looks
Huh.
like a
Oh,
duck
it's
and
Mecha
talks
Goose.
like a duck, it's phasing. Heads up! Yeah!
Damn it.
Way later on, he also got another super eye. Man, he's really swapping these things
Another
around like a
one, huh?
Prime sub on Twitch.
This Rinnegan grants Obito the power of the
Man.
6 paths, giving him some nifty abilities like controlling gravity with the Deva path, ripping out souls with the human path, and summoning giant monsters with the animal path.
With all of the awful
What
stuff
are
he'd
these
gone through,
weird-ass
Obito realized that the
genjutsus and
ninja world
shit?
was corrupt to its core. His dream of everyone being happy and working together was never gonna happen.
Yeah, no,
So
it
instead,
wasn't
he
happening
agreed to
at
carry out Madara's Giga Brain plan to control everything.
Donning masks and multiple personas, he recruited a number
okay,
of
it's
rogue
like a
shinobi
split
to form the
personality
Akatsuki
disorder
terrorist
thing.
group and kicked off Ninja World War IV. All to revive the monstrous Ten Tails.
I know what you're thinking.
Huh?
Wasn't the whole point of this to stop war in the first place? And that's a very good question. Anyway, the
Naruto
Ten
could do
Tails!
stuff.
A living
Fuck out of me
mass of
sometimes.
near inexhaustible chakra, the Ten Tails possesses tremendous power. It can create massive thunderstorms and hurricanes, multiple clones of itself, and the devastating tailed
what the
beast
fuck
bomb.
is all
Forget
this?
bomb! That's basically a super nuke! This chakra
This is
ball
just
is
like
so
another
explosive,
One
it can
Piece to
eclipse
me.
continents and reduce mountains to dust.
Comparing
That
the
is
surface
very
area of this
powerful.
blast to the surrounding
Chapter
mountains, dispersing that much mass within a
613, Jesus
fraction of a
Christ.
second must have yielded a kinetic energy worth over 13 septillion tons of TNT.
That's
a lot of
24
zeros.
zeros. Again, Obito wanted that power for himself
Right, so it
and
looks
was
like
willing
he
to
has
throw hands
the
with
strength
anyone to get it.
advantage, I think?
He's held up against master ninjas like Kakashi, Minato, and even Naruto in his Monster Energy Drink form, which could outmaneuver
Monster
the fastest
Energy Drink
attack from the
form.
Lightspeed Raikage.
And he
Okay,
far
of course,
surpassed
Lightspeed
all of
stuff,
them
I
when
got
he
that.
finally sealed the Ten Tails within himself, becoming its Jinchuriki. This little
so that's how
makeover
he
granted
turns
him
into that
unlimited
thing,
fun,
alright.
power rivaling the legendary Sage of Six Paths, and the truth-seeking orbs.
These special little bowling balls can shapeshift into any form the user wants, like a staff, giant arms,
Yeah, the
an umbrella thing,
seeking orbs
or
of
this
truth, I
crazy
think they're called.
spiral blade that apparently helped shape the whole world.
briefly
Oh,
remember
holy
from the
shit,
Mara
it's huge!
section
The
in
truth-seeking
Naruto
orbs
Shippuden.
can completely disintegrate anything they touch at both a molecular and spiritual level.
Oh,
Only those with the
yeah.
power of the Six Paths can resist their effects.
Yo,
Plus,
he
with the mental
dabbed!
monster in his system, Obito's regeneration got amped to the point where he can survive having half of his body control Alt-Delete it away. All cards in his hand, he
Jesus
was
Christ,
ready for the
Obito.
final stages of the Giga Plan.
He summoned the God Tree and prepared to
God
launch
Tree?
the infinite
There's
Tsukuyomi,
tree
a
bark
powerful
that is made out
illusion
of
that would
God?
trap the entire world in a never-ending dream. free of conflict and sorrow.
What?
But the violent cruelty of the ninja world could only quiver in fear when the anime protagonist walked in the room.
What
After
the-
getting 1-2'd by some talk no jutsu, Obito saw within Naruto the
the
spirit of his former self, someone who was always trying to help others. And they'd say his heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Is
Obito
this what
joined
scene
Naruto and
they
Kakashi
by,
in
like, we
saving
went
the
through,
world,
like, an
giving his
entire
life
filler
to
arc?
protect his friends.
'Cause it looks
and
like
in
it.
his last moments, he entrusted them with reaching the dream he had so long ago, to become Hokage, of which they both succeeded.
Though he may have
God.
lost his ninja way, Obito Uchiha overcame
No!
his hatred and
God
helped
damn it,
realize the
Naruto.
world he wanted.
Well, that would be oddly compelling if I
Again?
understood.
He can't keep getting away with it.
Actually, he will because we love him. This
Yeah,
episode
we
of Death
do.
Battle is sponsored by
Shut
Brandon
the
Yates.
fuck up,
Dive
boomstick.
into the thrilling world of versus music as Brando
Like I said
brings
in the-
hypothetical
like I said in
matchups
the
to life
anime
through his
versus,
commissioned compositions. Brandon
I
is
think
one
it
of
was
the
that one.
composers behind
Go,
Death Battle, bringing the
please,
awesome tunes you
commission
love to rock
and
out
tip
to.
this
Hollow
man.
Dreams, Princes of
He's
Pride,
so
Hedge of
good
Tomorrow,
at his
some of
music.
our all-time greats. In fact, he composed the track for this very episode.
Yep.
Please support Brandon's work and enjoy more
Do
of his
it.
music by
Do it
subscribing
now.
to his
Chill
channel and following
out to
him on
him.
Spotify.
Have you ever had a matchup that you want to see on the show and you just wish you had the music track for it?
Well, fans of Death Battle have been loving Brandon's hundreds of commissioned tracks for years. Everything from hard rock to
Come on, where
jazzy
is
to
Explosion
electronic
in
to
E minor?
orchestral choirs.
And
God
because
damn it.
Brandon is literally one of the main composers of this show, every track he makes sounds straight out of Death Battle itself.
Yep.
Love the music from Death Battle? Then don't wait.
Death Battle has
Subscribe
really
to
good
Brandon
scores.
Yates' YouTube and
it's
follow
all
him on
because of this
Spotify
man
right away.
and Thresh. Yep. Thresh there, Wolf.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data
Epic
through all
Battles of History
possibilities.
Vader, oh my
It's
fucking
time for
god.
a Death Battle!
I like the background stuff for this. Oh yeah, 3D animated.
I sense your fear, your anger, and a power. I will be taking it. That power will save this cursed
Oh
world.
my god, the
You'll have
voice
to pry
acting?
it from my cold, dead hands.
Actually, the voice
You
acting goes
will
off.
die.
Kill.
What?
Stab him with it.
All too easy. I expected more.
Obito, use
I
substitute.
won't disappoint.
The big old fan weapon. Throw the saber. I swear, Vader is so cool, dude. He's so effortless. Just walks through it. Oh shit. Padme? Oh shit, ripped out the eye. Oh my god. Jesus, they're going in. Did Devil Artemis animate this? It has a lot of anti-vibes.
You've lost your humanity as well.
On the path of the dark side, it is inevitable.
Oh shit. Alright, how in the fuck is Vader gonna do against this?
Impressive.
Oh, what? So, he's just gonna hold that thing there? Oh, this is so cool. Oh, oh my fucking god. He did a Kiko. The tree god.
No. This is inevitable!
Chill. This is so cool. No! The truth orb! Oh, got his hand. Oh, that's so cool! Throw that bitch on him! Or that works too.
Accept this gift and die.
Too late.
Oh no. Obito's gonna win this, ain't he? do it here. Oh my god. Aw, that's actually kind of sad.
You are liberated from hell. Find peace in the next life.
Sorry, Vader. Sorry, Vader, but you went out good. You went out good. Burnt again. That was actually kind of sad. You know what? That's fine. That's fine.
Well, Vader may have been able to beat Obi-Wan, but he just couldn't handle
Obi-2.
This was
God
a fairly
damn it.
complex matchup. Both Darth Vader and Obito were roughly even in power and speed.
Yeah,
so
relatively.
it truly came down to their skill and arsenals.
And boy, did they have some deep bags of tricks. Even some of the same tricks. Both could fend off
Yep,
mental
Obito
attacks.
had a lot
both
more.
could move things around with their minds. And they both even had options to instantly kill each other.
Vader could simply force
Yeah, he
crush
could've
Obito's
just
body,
force choked
but
him.
Obito could just as easily rip out Vader's soul. However, Obito had a few more impressive options available to him, edging out just
You know
enough to
what?
earn a win.
For starters,
That's fair, that's
Kablooey
fair.
made Obito extremely difficult just to touch, let alone injure. And as a Jinchuriki, he could regenerate from half of his body getting destroyed.
Yep.
While the dark side could help Vader survive extreme conditions, it obviously can't regrow limbs.
Plus, thanks to his wide array of jutsu, Obito would eventually overwhelm Vader.
Yeah, he
While
had a
chakra
wider
may normally be a limited
variety
source
in
of
his
energy,
genjutsus
unlike the
than
Force,
Vader did
the
with his
Ten
Force
Tails
abilities,
provided
I think.
Obito with an unlimited supply. And since chakra is both spiritual and physical energy, this means Obito would be able to fight on indefinitely.
Last but not
I think I
least,
might just
Vader's
slightly
preference for
prefer this over
lightsaber
Obi-Wan
combat
versus
means that
Kakashi.
he'd be
It
up
just has-
close
it
and
just has
personal
that
with Obito, right?
feel
Which
to
left
it.
him vulnerable
I don't
to
know what
getting
it is, but I
disintegrated
just
by one of the
like
many
it.
truth-seeking orbs. Or even worse, sucked up into the Kamui dimension.
Oh, yeah, that's
don't
right.
forget about that. Not only would he have
Yep.
no way out, he probably wouldn't even be able to tap into the Force while stuck there.
Probably
Game
not,
over.
no.
Have fun starving to death, I guess. Wonder how long you can feed on hate.
Darth Vader may have had a tenacity that few others could match, but against Obito's similar might, busted regeneration, and overwhelming range of abilities, there was no escape.
In the end, Vader's victory just wasn't meant to be.
The winner is Obito Uchiha.
I'll let that slide. I'll let that slide. That was really good. That was really
Thanks
good.
for watching. Stay tuned. We have a new death battle releasing every
was
2
really
weeks
good.
this year.
All right.
And click
What
the join
do
button
we
to get
have
new perks and
next?
extra
I'm
content.
kind
Planet
of
level
excited.
members even
I'm
see
ve- I'm
death battles
shaking.
before anyone else, so don't miss out.
What the fuck? Phoenix versus Raven? They're bringing Raven back. That was not on my death battle list, but you know what? I'll go with it. So that was Vader versus Obito. Excellent animation as always from the 3D. I think that was the SFM department, I think. Yeah. The research for Vader was massively better than what it was from season 2, I think it was. Yeah. I might have to rewatch it just quite a bit so I can understand the Naruto bits a little bit more. But I'm massively stunned by the animation that they did here for the fight. And the next time, it's a Marvel vs. DC matchup, yeah, but I think I can work with this. Jean Grey. I don't have as much affiliation with the X-Men as I do most of the other Marvel, like, handouts and everything. But I think that's fine. Probably mostly preferred over the Scarlet Witch, considering she had a battle last season. Raven coming back. That was not something I was expecting in quite a bit. I might rewatch her episode with Twilight, just because of old My Little Pony stuff. But yeah, wow, that I was not expecting that. Anyhow, I will see you guys later for the next reaction. Before I leave off, I wanted to let you guys know, after a couple weeks pass by, I'm going to react to Killua versus Mikasa properly, and as well Stitch versus Rocket, just so I can kind of get my head cleared from everything else. But yeah, overall, that was really good. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.